the building. Um, Happy to be here, trying to get through this. Lord, guard my tongue to say the right thing and not the wrong in Jesus' name. Um, I usually start my live streams like that before I even get started, just to try to get God to tame my tongue, to say the right thing, hopefully. So I want to make sure I'm just coming out here, just, what I'm saying, to check up on people, see how people doing. Um, I've been seeing a lot of stuff going on in the world. I know it's cold everywhere. I'm cold here, just not feeling too well, you know what I mean? But I wanted to just jump out there and just see, you know what I'm saying, how the people was doing. I seen a couple of things out here on the internet. Shout out to William. Um, man, my mind today just, I don't know. I feel like I'm all over the place. And yesterday, I had a chance to kind of talk to William behind the scenes a little bit, and I would just say, what I mean, there was something that he showed me yesterday that, it made me just, want to come out here and just, check on the people, see how the people doing. That's all I'm gonna say. Hopefully, you guys are good around the world. I've been hearing stuff about the snowstorms and stuff. You know what I mean? So I really don't know, exactly how it is in other people's state. You know what I mean? So um, if you want to check in, check in. Um, Hopefully, I can get through this. I not really feeling real computer savvy right now. Like I'm having problems with my internet. I don't know if anybody else is. I'm having problems with um, some of the softwares that I'm using in the different programs. It seems like it's hard at work. Just stopping by to say what's up. Hey, shout out to you, Chef Sean. I appreciate you. God bless you. Have a good day at work. Hopefully you good. A lot of the people that I kind of been watching as of lately, like they've been snowed in, different communities and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure people was good. If they want to check in, shout us out. Let us know that you good, you safe. Um, I ain't really been feeling good, man. I feel like the last week or something, like something been trying to attack me, like to get sick, like a flu or something. I don't know, but you know, I'm 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 making it through, man. I felt like I had to force myself on this. Yes, sir. Got to make the bread. God bless you too. Appreciate you. Salute. Yeah, man. I felt like something been trying to, like a flu though. You know what I mean? Like I feel like, but I'm pushing through it, and hopefully I start feeling a little better after I eat something. Maybe need to eat something for the day. Um, what else we got? Um, I really ain't got a lot to say, just that my internet just been kind of tripping, you know what I mean? Just, dealing with the different softwares and stuff for the stuff I want to work on. Shout out to Kyle Krippner, Kyle vlog channel. Appreciate you checking in. Um, yeah, man, my internet, you know what I mean? Like, stuff just ain't been working for me, man. Everything just ain't been working. I'm trying not to get frustrated or discouraged, I just, felt like I needed to just spend some time with the stuff I've been working on as of lately, and I just really haven't been able to produce anything with the time I'm just spending with it. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm spinning my wheels and I'm going in circles. You know, but I want to say shout out to BDBGP. If you had a chance to check out the Battle of the Beats or the Battle of the Bars the other day, that was a real good episode. I really truly enjoyed it. Just sitting in the background watching that. But shout out to him. I mean, I thought there was some great artists out there. I would have said something yesterday, but I was out here with my granddaughter. Shout out to MJ Recording Studio Essence Band checking in. Appreciate you, Mitch, for coming by saying what's up. How you doing? Um, I will say, I would have said something yesterday just about the Battle of the Beats, or the Battle of the Bars. But I had my granddaughter here yesterday for the people just haven't seen her in a long time. Shout out to Eric B. 1476. How you doing out there, Eric B? Shout out to you. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, I wanted to check in, man. Yesterday I did a live stream with my granddaughter, but it just didn't turn out. So I just, scrapped it. And I've been feeling like that's how I've been feeling as of lately. You know what I mean? Just like scrapping a lot of the stuff I've been working on, a lot of the ideas. Like some stuff turning out, some stuff ain't turning out. And I guess as a content creator, I would tell you, what I mean, if you go through that, what I mean, like don't give up or let it get you down, what I mean? You gotta just keep pushing through it. And sometimes you're gonna go in circles with it, and I feel like that, and I spending the time with the editing and stuff, like it's starting to be a little bit of a stressful situation because I'm learning it, and then I gotta take tutorials and learn other stuff, you know what I mean? And, I just want to tell people, sometimes you just gotta go through that. But I was listening to this video yesterday from a tutorial I was watching, and she was just like, I haven't put up any posts. She was like, I'm concentrating on what it is I'm trying to create, and um, she had some good information in the video and stuff. So I was trying to learn a little something extra yesterday, but boy, it's been a struggle out here, boy. Trying to get this live stream jumping back on deck, and trying to get, back in fit of doing it, it's really hard, to have that type of energy and then create other stuff outside of this, you know what I mean? Like you want to really try to be consistent. And boy, my consistency, boy, I ain't saying it's failing, but it sucks, boy. It's a struggle, you know what I mean? It's a grind, So I want to shout out the content creators out there that just never stop, you know what I mean? And y'all just stay on it and you able to just keep creating, I think y'all got some great stuff out here. I think we learn from each other, you know. I don't even know, man. Like I had a conversation with Rick the other day. I think that's what got me overwhelmed a little bit. I want to hit my laugh button. Um, Me and Rick talked for a great period of time, actually. You know what I'm saying? Very motivating, and encouraging, and I'm glad to have homeboys and media and stuff, with the ones that I could stay connected to, ask questions, and um, I just appreciate, just these streets. The streets has just been, home for me out here. Y'all don't know. 7 people in the house. Yesterday, it seemed like it was about to be a good live stream. It was going, but boy, when you production, man, like this. Shout out to Brett Glaso checking in, man. What's up, Brett? How you doing? How you feeling today? I don't want to sound like I'm trying to take his line, but yo, it was close. It was close. Got him 42007F. Hello, Mr. Tribulation. How you doing, Got him? Yo, I needed to laugh, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. But I feel like I don't want to barf, trying to laugh because I ain't feeling good. Boy, it sounded like a flu or something trying to get me in the stomach. But Guyham was one of the ones that joined me when I tried to do the open panel just the other day. You know what I mean? And he from India. What is it? From India. You know what I mean? Now Guyham, I'm gonna tell you. You know what I mean? At first, I thought you was trolling. I thought I didn't know. You know what I mean? But then, when I actually got a chance to get to know you and see you, I was like, okay. South India. That's why I say I didn't know they had a South and a North out there. But yeah, shout out to the South side of India. Um, man, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. That's why I say every live stream, you know, um, man, y'all keep your head up, man. There's a lot of stuff going on in this world. I've been seeing it, and I don't think nobody excluded. I think that's everybody, and I really gotta say it, and really mean it when I say it. I don't think the pandemic over. You know what I mean? Like I seen something yesterday that just got me like, man, like, um, it seemed like it's beginning to be a topic again. You know what I mean? And it's starting to seem like it's the same topic it was, when it first started. You know what I mean? And I ain't trying to get out there and say too much, but I'll just tell you, keep your heads up, and just believe, you know, we're gonna be all right. I was listening to how people are preparing for stuff, just with the weather and stuff, and they saying if you got a mothership, or a big house of people, what I'm saying, that's close by, y'all keep in contact. Um, these are the days to prepare, and some of us gonna have to stick together, and that's just the stuff I just been seeing out here, I don't know if people are really in tune or if people really are are diverse to when it comes to Mo 3 case, and that's in rap and stuff, you know what I mean? But there's a sector for that on YouTube on that side of town, and that seemed to be getting interesting, you know what I mean? I used to follow that before, you know, but just seeing other big content creators, you know what I mean, 200 plus people in their live stream or 1,000, you know, just seeing where the people are, you know, and what they doing, you know. I just been kind of keeping my eyes open to a lot of different things, man, and I'm trying to make it through. Boy, I ain't been feeling good. It's been cold. It's just something about the cold. I don't like it. I'm cool with it, but it just I don't know, man. Uh, it just doesn't make me feel good. You know, I start spazzing. You know, and when I start spazzing, it just made me feel sick. So, you know, ever since my back surgery, you know what I mean? It's just been very hard for me to make it through winters and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I really just have to sit down or lay down, you know, for a second, you know? So, it's been kind of challenging, you know, just a couple of things, you know, but, for the most part, man, the content, you know, I'm really trying to do something that I ain't never done before, you know, that I'm enjoying doing, you know, and I guess my conversation with Rick the other day just kind of like made me think, like, you know, I need to really start getting focused on, you know, what lane it is, you know, I'm trying to walk in, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing too much, you know, and I'm in too many different departments trying to get it all done at once. Just so I can just stay on my grind and stay busy, stay focused. If I could stay consumed in what I'm doing, you know what I mean? It helped me just to deal with stuff. Valentino YouTube L official, you know, but his name is Valentino uh the Tau Terrier. I guess that's the best way I could see it. You know, and brother saying hello to got him. But yeah, man, I wanted to come out here on my phone and do a live stream. You know what I mean? I'm just not in the mood to just sit and do one behind the computer, you know, and feel like I'll just come out here and try to do it this way, get it done. But man, it's just one of them days, boy, that, you know, I'm just struggling to make it today, you know. And I'll be all right, you know. I wanted to do it early just to get it out the way. That's what I'm saying. Like it's what 13 minutes in, 7:41 a.m. You know, 8:15 was my spot. You know, and boy, it's rough. It's rough. But I'm gonna be all right. You know, I just need to get back into what it was that was making me, you know, motivated. You know what I mean? And that was the animation, the stuff like I've been really working on behind the scenes. You know, offline. But like I said, man, like the internet, like all my stuff been coming in broke. You know, it seemed like the softwares that I'm using and stuff, like it ain't connecting right. You know what I mean? It's just looking like stuff is getting blocked and stuff. Like you know, and my workflow is like is not as fast as I usually have it. You know what I mean? And it's bothering me because I was able to put out enough videos for January. You know what I mean? But February, I wanted to just stock my inventory so I could have, you know, a broader range of things to choose from. But um, I don't know how that's gonna be. You know what I mean? Like seriously, boy, this junk out here. I want my content to just be better, you know, and I think that that's one thing that's bothering me. You know what I mean? You know, like even with like using the StreamYards and stuff, it's certain things I want to make, certain things I want to do, and then there's certain things I gotta go back and do. Like I got a lot of work I'm working on, you know, and it's hard for me to just think and get on the live stream and just put in time, you know, just on the stream. And I was talking to Rick, and he was telling me that was something I used to do. The guitar professionals in the house. Shout out. Cheers, mate. Man, how you doing, bro? Appreciate you. I'll be seeing you everywhere. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? When I'm able to get out there and just go to somebody else's channel and stuff. Like, I be seeing you at all the karaoke. Look, I'm cold as fuck, man. I know, man. Like, where you at? The guitar professional. I'm rocking and rolling. Yeah, I see you. I see you everywhere. Yeah, that's what I like, man. I like to just come live and just see who's gonna stop by, man. That's really why I just be doing this, like content and stuff. Like, man, I wish I could just like do the news and stuff. Like, we go find stuff, and we just play the stuff. But I just don't want to get caught up with none of that, And then it's like, man, I'll be, but yeah, I see you. Uh, Chicago. Uh, Chicago was one of them states that I did see that it's 20 plus degrees below normal. See, and I heard that it was gonna get to like that 20 below. I'm like, when you hear that, then it's like absolutely cold. So thanks for checking in, man, and just sharing that. Um, it's hard for me to like even talk about that. You know what I mean? Because I don't know how that feels, So I'm just telling you, thanks for sharing that. God bless you, bro. See, that's why I wanted to come out here, you know what I mean? Like, people really going through something right now, you know what I mean? And who said it's ball chilling. Balls chilling? Like I'm only laughing because I know your personality, you know what I mean? But it's like when it's needs some penna to work. I be out here trying to be serious. I do. I be trying to be serious, but that just be funny to me. Like D not. Look, I like the old ones. The old what? I'm scared to ask the old what. Like I think I missed that the comment. Like I ain't got my other device. I like the granny. Do you? Okay. Oh man, that's so funny, man. Like I needed that laugh. I seriously did. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm struggling today, boy. Because ain't nothing working right. Look, and then it's like, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? They saying something about the internet getting ready to shut down and some more stuff. Like, man, hold up. That's so funny. I see you. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, I can't even tell you, how to survive that. You know what I mean? Just um, man, God be with us all. You know what I mean? Just in general. You know what I mean? Because that 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 for me, it'd be hard for me to do. Just because my back starts spazzing. You know what I mean? It'd be hard for me to walk in situations like that. I don't want to get too deep and personal, but I boil water on the stove and I put the oven on. Hey man, I was thinking about it like, what would I do? I watching. I was watching somebody yesterday too. I shared with somebody. But it was just talk about like I can't even think of his name. Oh, Lee Farmer, and he was saying like he had a tent he put in his house. You know what I mean? And the furnace squirrel cage started whining. I had to shut it off and oil it. Man, he had a tent inside his house, and he was saying, he was trying to tell like people in his chat. He was like, try your best not to warm up the whole house. You know what I mean? He was like, warm up a room or just a section. You know what I mean? And he actually, at first I didn't understand it, but then I understood it. He actually put together a tent inside his house. And then he actually got inside the tent and like was able to kind of make a little section where the pipes will bust here. See, and that was something I was kind of concerned about because I remember how it was that one winter when it went to Texas, and I knew some people that was going through some stuff, and that was one of my things about doing a live stream. Like during this time, it's hard for me to get out here and like talk or try to laugh about stuff or whatever I do, what I mean, to kind of get through my live stream. Like I don't want to put myself in the wrong position because people are really going through something right now. You know, my thing was if I could just start a live, and have a place where people can go, like people are sharing their experiences and different things, like it could be helpful, the information that people could use, and I just really, hope, everybody's good, we can, kind of communicate, network, and kind of, be there for each other if, there's a case for this. Yeah, if I wasn't home, the thing is 3 years old could seize no heat. See, and that type of stuff. Can y'all actually hear me? Cause I want to mess with the volume, but I'm afraid it was 7 below. That's cold, bro. Like seriously. And then I was thinking, like the dude was saying, yesterday, like some people, I don't even know if it's him, but um, some people had their grills lit in their house and stuff. You know what I mean? And for me, I would have the grill lit. You know what I mean? But just not in the house. You know what I mean? But I'll be trying to have bonfires everywhere. You know, these nuts was chilling, bro. Come on, man. I'm trying to be serious. Like, a grill in the house is real dumb. I'm telling you, man. Like, it's some stuff I've been seeing on the internet. Like people been playing with it, you know what I mean? And that's why I was like, man, I don't want to come out here and never look like I'm playing with it. Like it seemed like it's a serious situation, But then it's like, I also been seeing some information about why, when, how type of stuff. You know what I mean? It seemed to me what public opinion is out there saying and what the people is thinking. I I'd just rather not say too much about it, but just say you might want to look into it just because what I mean. You never know, and I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but you know. So yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just man. These are the days and times for us all to just build our relationship and get closer to Christ. It. I seen this thing yesterday. It was talk about. I don't know if people really know who. How you say his name? Nathiah. I can't even think of his name. No, Nariathan. Is it? Nah. Shucks. I don't know. I had to get into it. You know what I mean? But I was like, I heard about that a long time ago, but then it was like people saying that that type of spirit is entering the world. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, Nostradamus. Well, Nostradamus did say some things, but man, I can't call it these days, boy. No, it's Nathiah, Nariathan, something that they was using the word of. Nephilim? Nah, ain't the Nephilim. Nah, this a big like dragon snake type of, you know what I mean? Like it's a whole spiritual dark world of, but the Nephilim, yeah, I know about that part, but I don't know, man. For people that don't know who Stephen Darby is, you know what I mean? Like Stephen Darby get into that though. He said, yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, I see. That's why I shouldn't mention certain stuff, especially if I am really diverse in it or know about it truly. But because I've seen it before, I've automatically knew what it was talk about. But I'm talking about, I ain't get too deep. No, man, it's like look inside for the answers. Well, I mean, I don't even know how I'm out here with this. You know what I mean? Like, I just would say in general, there seem to be a lot of people talking about a lot of things going on in the world. Don't look for other men. Well, and definitely ain't never been my thing. I want to hit the laugh button right now on that one. with answers. Oh yeah, for answers, no, I go straight to God. I go straight to the Bible. You know what I mean? And I don't want to seem like I'm out here to teach nobody or lead nobody. You know what I mean? Like everybody got their, they belief system, how they go about it. No man, no homo. Y'all know I'll be having to read this stuff, right? um, Yeah, man. I just felt like I just wanted to come out here. No, you got Guy over here cracking up, man. Look here. I just wanted to come out here and chill for a second, man, because I felt like I wasn't feeling good. You know what I mean? And this does make me laugh or, have fun and chill with the people. You never know who's gonna stop by, but man, he over here cutting got me read that stuff, boy. Let's see, I typed the craziest shit. And I can't believe people say it out loud, but they do. I mean, you know what I mean? Like I read I read it. I read the comments, what people are saying and stuff. Like this is mass communication, Um, Guru RCs. What up, everybody? Guru. Are you the guru that does cards and hobbies and stuff too? I don't have my other device, but there's another guru. I'm just wondering, was that the same? Because I know there's a RC community as well. He said yes. Okay, yeah. How you doing? Like yo, thank you very much for coming back. You always been a very just community type of person. You know what I mean? And always, you know, what from last year? Last year. Uh, that I don't know how to. I don't have my other device to look it up. And on YouTube you can't really just push it and see. But you also do the collectibles, right? And um, the coins. I want to say you did the coins and the cards. Because I actually know somebody. I know some people that actually are into collecting. You know what I mean? And if that's what you do, um, when I do get a chance to go back on this live stream, I join when you have braids. Yeah. I remember exactly who you are. I really do. And I truly appreciate you changed your name to your channel. Yeah. But you doing RCs now. And then at one time I remember you used to do like some type of like you would find like different content creators in the community and you would put them out there like promoting them and stuff like that. If I'm correct, that was years ago though. Like I know you kind of changed up a few times, so appreciate you stopping through. Boy, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Yeah, with the braids, man. I'm having a hard time growing my hair. You know what I mean? Right here, and I used to have the braids, and when I didn't have my hair done, I put a hat on. And what the hat started doing was making my hair not grow on top anymore. So after I decided to cut it, I was decided to try to keep it cut. But what I have noticed, just with me live streaming and stuff, over the years though, man, I never had, nothing that I actually came out here and talked about. You know what I mean? I just actually came out here and just, hung out with people and see if I could meet people, you know what I mean? And I've met so many people over the years, that just being live was just fun for me, you know what I mean? So when I see the different ones just come by, you know what I mean? And they already modded, they've been here before, it just, I want to thank y'all, you know what I mean? Because y'all remember me, And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I need to take another year off, just so I could just concentrate on what it is I really want to do with myself, my content, and just next, I just got to that point in my life, you know what I mean, and I hate saying it like that, especially on my live stream, you know what I mean, but it's like I want to do so much at one time, you know what I mean? And I can't get it done, So I struggle with it, because I can't spend a whole bunch of time in one place at one time. I'm always thinking for the next move, you know, and I want to focus on my move. Like, I feel like I'm all over the place right now. And I'm always like that, even on my streams, you know what I mean? I ain't never got nothing to talk about, you know, I just come holler at the people. I think your channel might need some dancers. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, it could use some of that, you know, it could use some spice, you know, couple singers and some more stuff. Um, but see, I just don't want to do certain things I've already done. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just at a point now, man, where I just need to chill. You know what I mean? And try to write my way out of the situation. Like, I just like to write. You know what I mean? And you know, I don't have really the 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 place on a stream to just write. You know what I mean? Or the mind frame. Like, I don't want to just sit here and just you know wait for people and just talk to people. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to have information. I want to be able to go somewhere with something to show people. You know what I mean? And I don't think that I'm that type of streamer. You know what I mean? I think um, after my conversation with Rick One Ball the other day, you know, it was just like finding my niche. Like, I don't think I found my niche yet. You know, I think when I started my channel, I've always been kind of trying to find, you know, what it is that I want to do with it. You know what I mean? But I think I started out here with a different mind frame, and it was coming out of the pandemic. You know what I mean? And I just don't think that we. There you go, Rick. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, man. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm still doing it though. I'm trying, man. Like, shucks, man. Bacon and eggs. Oh man, look, eggs just. It seems like that they saying the eggs is expensive now around the world. Oh my goodness. But Bird came in here the other day and said he can get a dozen of eggs for $2 and some cents. You know what I mean? I thought that was pretty cool too. You know, but we jumped up to 7 people up in here. Man, look, Rick, man, I need y'all to be good, man. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, man. I don't know what California looking at right now. But I did see back. She was driving somewhere, man. It looked foggy out there. You know, and she in California. I got a dozen for 195. Man, some of y'all could get some cheap eggs, you know what I mean? And I'm telling you, man, you might want to make a business because it seemed like the rest of the world can't get them eggs. It seemed like they was paying close to $10 or $12. I want to say, I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. Like, but that's a lot. That's a lot for some eggs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was that much. Um, it was ALDI. I don't know that brand. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. I just don't feel like eating no eggs right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could eat a boiled egg maybe, but a scrambled egg, I just it's just I'm tired of eating the same thing for some reason. Like, it's just what do you eat that's different? Does anybody just just get out the normal rotation? Like, it seems like I rotate the same things I'm cooking. You know what I mean? And it's just like, dang, eggs is one of them. I'll delete this. The men of the world are about to end the Freemason butt rammers. He erased it, you know what I mean? But I read it, you know. um, ah, well, I mean, what do you think? You know what I mean? Like, not me. That's all I can say. And uh, and I heard something like that in the past, but I just, I mean, that's that's for the people. That ain't for me. You know what I mean? So, uh, only because, man, uh, people don't like to talk about that. You know what I mean? So, I probably shouldn't. just because, but he did that on purpose, what I mean? Only because, what I mean, he wanted to see my response to it. And for me, um, I mean, I heard that there's some positions that's open, what I mean? But I just, uh, it's not the church of the Lord God in Christ, you know what I mean? Like I would rather go to the real church of God in Christ and get into the Word of God in Scripture, you know what I mean? Even though I've heard that there is a scripture they have as well, but I don't really too much get into all that, because I just heard. I don't know why he took me there because I've been feeling like that's the subject I'd rather not go on. Go, just because I've dealt with situations in the past that you might not want to take it there, just for real. And there's more of them than you think. You know what I mean? Like it's connected to a lot of things, a lot of people. Higher up people as well, and this is the part of the live stream that gets hard, because it's certain things you shouldn't talk about, certain things you don't want to talk about, and there's certain things you could talk about it, but you might not want to stay there too long because it's offensive to some people, and some people they rather get out here and talk about it. You know what I mean? For me, uh, I think I'd rather be cool, just chill, get my live stream over. I'm 36 minutes in, 3 people in the house, and I could tell you, this ain't easy. But I was only trying to stay here for about an hour today, so we'll see. How you doing, Mr. Guru? And Mr. Guru probably left by now. It says there's only 2 people in here, and it seemed it seemed like the guitar professional made the comment and just kept it moving. It left me out here to respond to it, but I had some stuff happen to me in the past. I was like I was like in my 20s, I think, and this dude actually was one, and he came and he started talking to me. It was over around the place where I lived at. He started talking to me, and when he started talking to me, he started explaining some things to me that he was telling me like it's a secret. You know what I mean? And I didn't feel like he was trying to invite me in or anything like that. But I will say that he was real paranoid. You know what I mean? Like the way he lived, like he had cameras everywhere. In them days, like people really didn't have cameras. You know what I mean? And I mean, it was just a crazy situation that I experienced even just on Facebook with it. You know what I mean? That it's just like, well, I probably don't want to get involved in that type of situation, that conversation. So I don't really talk about it. You know what I mean? Just because um, there's certain things I just learned, to believe in things. I just learned to just, I mean, what can you do about it? You know what I mean? You can't do nothing about it. Um, but I will say that it was some things back in the 90s that kind of made me question certain things to make me go and look into certain things. And I would say it had to be George Bush. You know what I mean? George Bush was senior, you know what I mean? He was the one that made me question what is the new world order? Have we entered into the new world yet? You know what I mean? Is this the new world or are we going into the new world? Um, there's a lot of talk out there today, what I mean, with the whole Greenland, Antarctica, a whole lot of talk today, what I mean, with aliens, like, I mean, what do you believe anymore? You know what I mean? Like, I believe the scripture. I believe God to be true. I believe God to be just. I believe judgment is coming to all of us, you know what I mean? Um, Do I have to be a social media influencer? No. When I want to get my life together for God, that's important to me. Um, Repentance, being born again, saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Spirit. You know what I mean? Like I want to be used by God. I want God to touch me, heal me. You know what I'm saying? To forgive me of some things. Like there's some things, you know what I mean, that might not sit well with God when it comes to Darnell. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of questioning my future and my desire and my wants and my needs, you know what I mean, that I'm trying to figure out with life, and I think that's where I'm going right now, for what's next for me, because I ain't never been one to just like really come out here and try to preach or nothing like that with the people, so I always just try to be here, and just be somebody, that if the world came to, panic, what I'm saying, we can have a place to go to calm people down, and people will have a place to go to just be able to use their voice. That's always been for me. I care about people. I care about what the world is going through, our humanity, what we are faced with as human beings, because it seems like the human beings are being threatened these days, and um, it seems like all of our powers and our rights and, the things that we believe in our belief systems, all of these things are being taken away from us, and I seen something yesterday that kind of made me feel like that. And I kind of am glad that I'm feeling like that and able to speak about it now because I'm feeling free to talk about it. It's led me to be able to talk about that with nobody here, what I mean, which is cool, because um, I said it earlier on this live stream for something I seen yesterday, that I truly don't believe that the pandemic is over. I want to say that, you know, um, there was something that I seen yesterday that will have you questioning some stuff, and I don't want to get too deep into that conversation as well. Like I said, man, it's only so much that you could really talk about, you know what I mean, without it hitting home to a person or what they been through or what they going through. Like people going through a lot of stuff right now. I don't want to put no extra pressure on nobody. You know what I mean? That's what the world does. They put fear out there. They fear monger, and get people more in a depressed state of mood. I've never been that type. I've wanted to come out to encourage people, to push people, motivate people, you know what I mean? If there's a way that I can, you know, just, be there, and what do you say? We are still living with the pandemic situation, and that's in India. You know what I mean? That's in India. That's real to me. I feel like that has never stopped, and it's still a topic right now from the first day. And some of the stuff that was coming out then with the information, it's still the same today. And that's what got me sitting up here like, wow, because that's what I heard before. You know, I would just say, these are the days and times, just like when we went through that pandemic where you turn and you go to God, you try to get your relationship right. Don't worry about everybody else's relationship. It's what your relationship gotta look like. Since 2019 December. So you see, and that's crazy how people could still remember the date. You know what I'm saying? 2019 was a crazy year. December, yeah, it started December because 2020, it was the craziest year we ever lived through. You know what I mean? Um, Thanks, God, for saying that. Because you was questionable to me. When I first really got a chance to meet you. Um, but ever since you joined the panel, you know what I mean. And then I see how you are or whatever. Um, but just being in the house and being from India, and it's just me and you here. Um, but you're able to identify what I'm saying, and I'm not even saying a lot, I'm just really all over the place, but to keep a conversation going, um, I thank you for that, because you can identify to it even out there in India. Shout out to William Gilbert being in the house, man. Thank you. Because what you sent me, got me questioning some things, and I want to say something, but I don't want to get too heavy, into it, but I'm still seeing that people are still talking about this, and we'll see where it goes, but when you sent me that video, it was already at 100,000 views and it was only out for 2 hours, um, people seen it, you know. Um, I just I haven't really just like really said what it was that really I really wanted to question. But I'm gonna tell you like this. I might as well. What I question is how was they able to sense signals or sense the dead still living? Let me just say it like that. Uh, war would end. War would end before 2034. Um, um, I I find it hard to look so far into 2034. I do, you know. Um, I find it so hard to look into 2030. You know, I'm talking about right now. You know what I mean? Like, is there a switch? Is there? Um, Man, this is just a day and time, man. We just need to just keep our eyes open, stay alert, stay vigilant. Shout out to Mr. Kool-Aid, man. Just yesterday, he hit me. I was able to hit him up, and his take was stay vigilant, brother. You know what I mean? And I just know what I went through during that pandemic. You know what I mean? How many people I lost. And I ain't never, you know, stop thinking about that. Like I seen businesses shut down. I seen life just transform overnight. You know what I mean? With the mandates and all the rest of these laws, restrictions and rules that became laws. You know what I mean? Like it was just overnight. You know what I mean? People stand 6 feet back. You know what I mean? Like 6 feet. Like you give people all this space. And anyway, man, y'all be safe out there in the world, man. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. People out there, living life, and I just would tell you, keep warm, try your best, to just, um, by any means, what I mean, just take care of you and your family. What I mean, y'all be blessed. I'm gonna get ready to go up out of here. I was thinking I was gonna try to stay for an hour, but it's like I feel like this is just a day and a time where it's just like you really can't get out here and discuss too much. You know, it was it was this dude I know. You know what I mean? When when the pandemic hit, what I mean? I asked him. I was like, "Yo, you gonna get that shot?" He said to me, you know what I'm saying? Um, I ain't gonna get it, but I'm gonna tell you this. He said it's gonna get to a point where you can't ask a person that. You know what I mean? And I think it's gotten to that point. You know what I mean? Like it ain't my business. You know what I'm saying? That's everybody else what they go through. You know what I'm saying? What you had to go through. Um, we need to learn to live with the pandemic situation and move on to future. Uh, well, if you look at the what the World Economic Forum is talking about, you know what I mean? It's a little um, questionable on some things, you know what I mean? Like it seems like some stuff preset, and that's what I'm saying. Like I don't want to get too personal. Like a lot of people saying that's how they feeling about the storm, you know. Mm, I don't want to press out there, you know what I mean? But have you ever heard of what do they call it? They call it They call it I can't even think of it. Uh, I know as soon as I get off this joint, I'm gonna think about it. They call it climate control. They call it climate control. They call it. They also call it something else. But the fact of the matter is, like, they tried to explain that's why they need climate control. And then there's rules and laws within that. You know what I mean? That take our rights. You know what I mean? And I was looking into something yesterday, boy. Looking, they was talking about Obama. When his name get mentioned into some of the stuff that he put into law, it's questionable, man. Like it's just the next 2 years. The next 2 years, I'll be flying taxi in ambulance in India airspace. Um, y'all got flying taxis out there? I'm, I'm not trying to be funny. Like seriously, I ain't never seen one of those out here. Like seriously, like we need to try to get into that type of business. Flying taxis. Shucks. What time is this? It's 51 minutes in, and we out here just chilling. Man, I ain't really had nothing to say. You know, I just wanted to just come out here and just be on the live real quick. You know, I'm feeling good, man. Um, Somehow it just makes me feel better. You know what I mean? Just to come out here and chill, like the Jetsons, like for real, in India, like y'all doing big things out there. I see. Um, I got a friend, Alpesh Ingo, you know what I mean, out there in India as well. And he got to connect on airplanes and stuff, like for real, like the Jetsons. Like what you know about the Jetsons out in India? You say how could he come here and just talk about something so freely? Like I wouldn't understand it. Like he understand the Jetsons. Like what you know about the Jetsons? Elroy and Astro and Rosie and George, you know what you know about George? I don't remember the wife's name. What was the girl? What was the wife's name? The mom. No, Frank. Shout out to Mr. Frank. Everybody, calm down. Stay encouraged. Frank, what you know? What you know? Frank. Jane is white. Why did you throw a bar at me? He threw the song at me. Jane, his wife. That's funny. Oh my gosh, man. How you doing, Frank, man? And man, it's good to see you. I had to sing the song to remember. Oh my god, that is so funny, man. Like, yo, that just made me just like really. I mean, that just made my day. Like, I needed that laugh because boy, I'm out here struggling. I ain't even really got much to say, but I just really wanted to come out here and just kind of hang on the stream and just chill for a minute. Um, Frank, man, thanks for checking in. Behind the scenes, man, let me know you good. Um, I try not to get out here and really say too much, just because we kind of going through some times right now. So that way you came in here to say, calm down, everybody, stay encouraged. Appreciate you for saying that. Um, I was gonna say, Frank shared to me, just out where he is at. Not for me to say where he's at or whatever, but he's saying where he's at. He they got like 12 to 15 inches of snow. And I just want to say, man, just you know, and but for the most part, I'm guessing, I'm thinking that he said that, it seemed like the hard part of it is over with, but I don't know, cause hey there, got him. He in India, Frank. In India, they got flying taxis out there. Just want to say that, and he knew what the Jetsons was like, you know. But we would actually kind of talk about the pandemic, and You know what I mean? He said the pandemic, he believes, is still going on out there as well, you know. Oh, snap. Like, flying taxi. Like, man, I bet you that junk expensive, though. So, yeah, man, I just was going to come out here, probably do like an hour or whatever. I'm working on some stuff, and um, I'm kind of busy with that, man. Like, it's stressful doing that, but if you guys haven't connected to my other channel, the Tribulation Network, I'm over there doing some uploads and stuff, and I'm probably gonna upload some this weekend or Monday. You know, from the stuff that I'm working on right now. You know, I want to try to get as many videos up as I can get within the next couple weeks. So I'm kind of stressed out with getting them done. You know, trying to work with a new format, a new platform, the way I want to do it, you know. So, um, but I did, you know, just wanted to check in just to see how people was, you know, if you wanted to share, you know, what you're going through, where you at, make sure, you know, you guys is, you know, straight. That's all. So thank you, Frank, Mr. Kool-Aid Man, for checking in. Just because, you know what I mean? I felt like, you know, some people, you know, I didn't know if they were snowed in or if they, you know, they're not, everything good, or, you know, whatever. So I was just going to say, when it comes to it, I just, you know, want to kind of have a spot to go. Great week ahead, Mr. Tribulation. Hey, man, appreciate you for the encouragement, you know what I mean, on a great week, you know. I hope so. Man, my last couple of weeks has been really, it's been hard, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to work other stuff in too, you know? And just like, look how gray I'm getting, man. Like, I'm tired of getting on the live stream looking like I'm ashy because of how much gray I got. And then I started thinking about it the other day, like, yo, it seemed like that's distinguished though, you know, for older men these days, you know what I mean, and how they graze and stuff, and the salt and pepper look, you know what I mean, like it's more attractive for men to have that, right? But then I was thinking back in my day, back when I was young and like people that was older, what they used to do was they used to paint their grays, you know what I mean, to make it seem like they didn't have no gray. And I was thinking, what would I look like if I did that? You know what I mean? Start dyeing my hair and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Then I'm gonna get out here looking so old. At least I look a little bit young. But I ain't gonna be doing that. Most of them people be dyeing their face, and boy, they be coming up with all kinds of rashes on their face. Oh man. Shout out to my cousin Keith, man, for hitting me up yesterday. He said it rained on the just and the unjust, meaning it don't matter who you are. You know what I'm saying? God ain't got no favors. Rain on the just and the unjust alike. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. He giveth and he taketh away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. I'm at peace, my brother. Amen. I'm at peace, my brother. Oh, shout out. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say shout out to Keith. You know, just hit me up yesterday, man. I appreciate you calling me, letting me know you good. You know what I mean? Just when you call me back, I want to say shout out to you just in case you check in the background, you know. But shout out to Keith, man, for real. Uh, let's see, we got something. And I'm just saying that because my cousin hit me up. You know what I mean? And it was just good that he hit me. You know what I mean? Like I ain't even see him hit me, but for him to hit me, like yo, thank you, man, because and he called me. He's like, yo, I'm all right. I'm like, cool. That's all I want to say. I ain't gonna say much. Um, but yeah, I'm finna get me a haircut on Wednesday, so I probably gonna come out here and try to do something in a couple of days, man. I should have something done. Um, but I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go and try to finish the stuff I've been working on. And if I get out here, you know, I hope to see y'all around. I hope to get to some of y'all channel just to come check y'all out, you know. But man, I ain't trying to get nobody way. You know what I'm saying? I kind of just been out here just trying to, you know, build as best I can, you know, and put out a little more content. But man, I gotta work on some things to try to get it better. If I can get it better, I'll put something up this weekend. Um, so I'm gonna be trying my best to get this stuff done, but my credit's getting ready to renew, so y'all probably ain't gonna see me for a minute because I'm getting ready to put something together. We will see how it's gonna work. But I want to try to come out here and do my live if I can. Peace be with us all. Peace be upon us. Yeah, man. What you got the eyes for, Frank? Man, man, I've been sick, man. Like I don't know, some trying to give me a flu. Feel sick, and then it's like I'm getting like some phlegm in my chest. You know what I mean? Like I just need to lay down, give me some rest. But I'm trying to get this stuff done, man. And my internet seems like it's breaking. All my stuff is breaking. Like I can't the softwares and stuff. I was sick for about 5 days last week. See, I've been hearing a lot of people been getting sick and stuff too. You know what I mean? T was brother. T was brutal. Really? Oh, it was brutal. It was brutal, man. I every time it's been trying to get me sick, it's like I've been shaking it. You know what I mean? But it seems like it's been coming back. You know, and then it's cold. Like I'm not one to really. I'm not one to really talk about it, but the cold just don't make me feel good. Like it's a miserable feeling for me, man. Um, so I ain't been feeling good, but I don't want to come out with no excuses. I just think something been trying to hit me in the last week. You know what I mean? And I've been trying to shake it, but yesterday I couldn't shake it, man. Like after my granddaughter left, man, I ate some soup and I basically went to sleep early. You know what I mean? Like I ain't been feeling good, bro. So hopefully, man, we get past this winter, man. Like we just need to get past this, get to the spring, and hopefully we get some stuff. It builds a it bu- the medicine is the medicine is keep smiling. You know what, man? If it was that easy, I think we all get out here and try to use that medicine. But sometimes it's hard to get that smile off, man. Um, But I will say, I don't need no shots. I don't need none of that. You know what I mean? Like Theraflu. You know what I mean? And if I gotta go get me some Pepto Bismol, you know what I mean? Like I bet you I'll be straight. You know what I mean? I just gotta go use the bathroom a few times. You know what I mean? Drink me some tea. Whatever. But I definitely won't be going to get no medical attention for it. That's what I do know. Like I ain't feeling that bad. Just because. So anyway, man, God bless y'all, man. Thank y'all for joining, man, checking me out, man. I really didn't have much to say. I just wanted to come out here and say what's up. So God bless you, man. Thank y'all, man. Y'all have a good day. See y'all in the streets. Peace.